No, is it really serious?
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Conservation Diaries. This week we've been truly having some lovely sightings here at Swallow, and they've been fairly consistent as well. It's been a little bit chilly in the mornings, but the evenings have been nice and cool. You will definitely need to bring a jersey for the evenings and a couple of jackets and beanies for the mornings, as they are quite cool, but not as cold as what I thought it was going to be with that late rain. However, July might surprise us. The boat cruises tend to be quite productive indeed, as most of the crocodiles spend their time on the banks now. Catching up with the Nambiti boys in the southern part of the game reserve, these two very sleepy cheetah brothers gave us some beautiful shots in this golden light, and we were lucky to catch them on their southern patrol. A few days later, they were already Kolobi side and making their way north. The elephants have come out of the valleys. They spent a lot of the time in the valley last week, and this week they're out into Kudu Plains, Founders Main, and lovely open areas where we've been getting fantastic sightings of these jumbos. They are extraordinary to watch because they're always doing something. That's what's really nice about just sitting and observing elephants for a good 20-30 minutes, is they're always doing something. Lovely to see this mother and calf making their way slowly up the road with absolutely no worries and seemingly no hurry. And now, I'm sure this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the clash of the titans. It's the big boy versus the young boy. Well, you can't say he's a young boy anymore, folks. Look how big he is getting. We tracked this big male lion for about 6 kilometers, no jokes, until we found this moment where he started to approach this young male. During the night, we heard them calling and calling and calling, or the big male. And then early this morning, this young male called in. This is what's called Equus Valley. This big male turned around 180 degrees and ran straight into this direction. We were lucky enough to catch the moment when they first met. And you can see this young male approaching with a lot of caution and even a rolling around on his back, which shows a slight bit of submissive behavior. So it was very interesting to watch these two giants edge closer and closer towards one another. They would stop and then walk maybe 2 or 3 meters, stop and lay down, and even appear as if they were sleeping at stages. It was the young boy making most of the moves, to be honest. He kept edging closer and closer to the large male and is testing his boundaries for sure. They were just sort of having these short little skirmishes between each other after that. I don't think either one wants to risk serious injury at this point.
No, is it really serious?
I must say the sound that was emitted by these two males in this valley really shook you to the core. And man, it just shows how much power goes into these two big male cats. It was an incredible sighting for our guests. So we'll leave you off with one more skirmish. But from all of us here at Tinsalo, where conservation never stops, we'll catch you all next week Wednesday.